I've been sitting here all day looking at FC 24. I mean, staring at this game, staring at my road to glory, staring at my account, staring at FIFA, right? Or FC, whatever you want to call it. And I just keep thinking to myself, what happened, man? What went wrong? Is it me? Is it me? Does the whole community feel this way? Like, where did it go wrong? Like the rise and the fall of Ultimate Team. Because I've been here since 2010, playing it from the beginning, playing it from when it all started. And I look at my team, I look at my road to glory, I look at how many 20-0s I've done, how many undefeated finishes, rank ones, all the things that we've accomplished in this game, from playing in pro events to 40-0s, everything, lads. Number one in the world, everything we've accomplished. And I look at this game now with all the cards that are coming out, with everything that is happening. We get jersey updates, we get new jerseys where, throwback jerseys. We get all this cool stuff in this game. And it feels like the game that you have the least amount of fun. So let's go back. Ultimate Team starts off in FIFA 11 and stuff, all these FIFAs, the early stages. And you get this game where you could play with Brasilvas. You have silver cards, lads. Like we were running around with cards like Giovanni and Mike Onlietti. These are like silver cards that could score long shots from the midfield, skill runs. You had Brasilvas that were all silvers, but a Brazilian team, so you had the 5-star skills. You had left backs with 5-star skillers. And it was this fun mode where you had a blast. And it was like this for years. And then FIFA 17 came around. I remember telling a lot of my friends, Nepenthes was in the call, big YouTuber, and Bateson and stuff. And I told them that I thought Ultimate Team, Weekend League, Foot Champions would be the end of Ultimate Team. I said that to them. And I said that because I felt that when the game went really competitive like this, that it would make the game no longer fun. And this is where I think the downfall of Ultimate Team came in. Because when Weekend League came out, lads, when Foot Champs happened, everything became about meta and meta only. Because yes, I think EA Sports is to blame for all this, but also the community, including myself. FIFA 17, I started releasing tactics videos. I started showing people how to get 40-0, all those stuff, all those kind of things, right? Like I started showing people how to try to get number one, top 100, showing people the way to play the game going forward in the pro scene and how to be really good at it, which led to just meta teams and meta teams and meta teams, and everybody let the fun get away. And I really feel like this was the downfall. And I blame myself as well, because I'm part of the community. I'm part of somebody who puts out videos trying to help people get better. But in my eyes, I was helping people, but I didn't realize that we were going in a direction that was going to make the game just not enjoyable for people to play unless you're playing it at a pro level or at a competitive level. And now we have this game where we get these unbelievable cards every day, like Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo's, and you could play with the Ronaldinhos and the R9s, but there's no fun behind it. Even going undefeated in the Weekend League, there's no fun behind it. So the rise of Ultimate Team was this awesome roller coaster of fun. And then we got to a place where it got, the first year of Weekend League, the second year of Weekend League was cool, but then it got too out of control. Now you got people running 5-backs and the meta's out of control, and you can't really play the game without custom tactics and formations. And it got to a point where it's not enjoyable for a lot of the fan base. And you start to look around and you look at some of the stuff, like the most popular stuff on YouTube. And most of the most popular content creators now on YouTube, and I've been in this space for like 10 years, it's career mode guys, or it's share plays, pack openings. That's the biggest type of content you're gonna find. Share plays because people just wanna see if it's worth them doing an icon pack or something. And then career mode because you kind of dictate the content. So you don't really see a lot of, and there's still very successful YouTubers out there making gameplay videos, but you're not really seeing it as it once was, where you could drop a draft video or you could drop Weekend League gameplay, and a lot of people were interested because no one's really invested or interested in that type of stuff no more because it's all been done and it's boring now. EA can release as many big cards into this game as possible, but the downfall is here. Now, I want to clarify, to a lot of people, this is the best. To a lot of the newer generation that's playing this game, they probably love it. They can get their hands on all these cards. And I think back to about FIFA 19 or 20, lads. There was a lawsuit that was coming out where EA was getting in trouble for like gambling boxes, right? They had a big lawsuit. And I remember EA Sports said that everything in their game was achievable. And all of us were like, that's kind of a lie. It's really hard to get R9. After that year, now everything really is achievable. It's not that hard to pull an R9 or a dingo. It's still hard, but more people have it. And I think this was the downfall as well. So I think there's two downfalls of Ultimate Team. One, the Weekend League made stuff way too competitive and way too much about custom tactics and meta. And two, everyone having everything. If everyone in this world can do the same thing, you're not special. Michael Jordan was special because he played basketball like many couldn't. Cristiano Ronaldo are special because they play football like many couldn't. People that achieve certain things in life are special because they've worked hard to get there, or they can do it because they have a talent. In this game, if you achieve the best team in the game, it's either because you spent a lot of money or you got it through SBCs. But almost everyone can have that SBC team that you have, unless it's like, you know, like a pack one. Like if it's you just did, but look at my RTG right here, lads. Most of this is SBCs I completed, except for Ronaldo, R9. Or I mean, not R9, Rodrigo. Everybody else is an SBC, and you achieve that, but everyone can achieve that. So if everyone can achieve it, you're not special. And I think that's where the fun of the game goes away. Everyone has the same players, everyone's running the same tactics, everyone's running the same formations, and Weekend League is not rewardable. And this, in my opinion, is the downfall of this game, because Rivals is no good, Weekend League there's no good. So realistically, all you can log on to this game for is the new content at the 1 o'clock, the 6 p.m. content. And it saddens me, man, because I remember, you know, my 10 years coming up in this FIFA community. I would always say, I mean, there's no way that EA can mess this up. EA have such a good Ultimate Team that there's no way that they can mess this up. But I think that a little bit of greed, I don't want to call them fully greedy, we can if we want, but a little bit of greed and a little bit of wrong direction really sent them far to the right, and there's no coming back. There's no coming back when you have this many packs in your store. There's no coming back when you've now made the game so competitive that everyone cares about meta now and nobody will run full fun teams. There's no coming back from that. One of the biggest things that I saw with gaming was one of the games to pop off the most in the last 2 years or year was Fortnite, when they reverted to OG Fortnite, because they took away the crazy building, they took away, you know, the crazy survivability of that game, and it was back to just fun Fortnite. And you saw this peak in people going back to that game because it was back to being fun, not about power building and who could put up 1,000 walls before the other person, 1,000,000 stairs before the other person, who could build a tower faster for survivability. It wasn't about that, and it was just back to the game being fun. And I think this game has gone so far into meta and so far into custom tactics and so far into packs that I don't know if there's a way back for EA. And it saddens me because this was one of my favorite modes in the world. I have been playing a lot of career mode. You guys probably see career mode on the channel now. I'm uploading it to another channel because I think that Ultimate Team is on a big decline, man. And I'm not saying that in a way where it's like, oh, like you're just saying that because the FIFA community is slow now and people don't want to watch it. No, nothing like that. It's that I don't really want to play it as much. And I find career mode more enjoyable. And I've never been one of those people that just force myself to do something because, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to put an RTG every day because the views are there. Right, I'm not after. That's not why I started my YouTube career, and it's not why I'm gonna go to it now. I just don't like where Ultimate Team is going, and again, it's really sad because if you start an Ultimate Team right now, you could put a crazy road to glory together in a couple weeks, and although that's cool for a minute, it makes the game very boring after a couple weeks, week or two, and you're bored, dude. You know. So it's just one of those things where I feel that Ultimate Team and EA Sports had everything going in the right direction, man. But I think they bit off more than they could chew. One thing I'll say is this. I think that when Fortnite really popped off in 2019, 2020, when we were in lockdown, a lot of games were trying to go in that direction of the esports scene. And I think EA Sports saw how successful Fortnite was being and how successful League of Legends was being. And they saw an opportunity to get into the esport world. And they thought that this would be really beneficial for themselves because a lot of brand deals would come in. Coca-Cola would probably work with them. They would get a lot out of the esports side of FIFA. And I think this actually kind of backfired because the esport of FIFA is not that great. A lot of people didn't really catch on the way we thought it would. I think the only esport that will really be massively successful in this game is clubs. I think clubs could have a really big esport because it's football, right? You could sign players, sell players, that type of stuff. So that could do well. But esport 1v1, it's not going to do well because it's not fun to watch. Nobody likes it. And I can say that because I've played in it. I've been in tournaments. I've played in tournaments. I qualified for the Interactive World Cup, all these things. And it's not fun to watch. It ain't fun to watch, and honestly, it's not really that fun to be a part of. You know, when you play your qualifiers games, you're playing with lag, and it's just not a fun experience. So with all that being said, I just think they bit off more than they could chew. They wanted the esports scene, but they still wanted a pack opening game. They wanted to implement share plays, and then the share plays led to them adding more packs into stores. And it just kept going in this cycle, this crazy cycle that I don't think they know how to bounce back. And I really hope that somebody could step in at EA Sports and fix it, but maybe their numbers are insane and it's the most amount of people they've ever had playing the game. But I saw I saw something that showed like a 63% decline in player base. Now don't quote me on that, it could be wrong, but supposedly the numbers are down crazy. Games played, not money made. Money made, I think they're up like a lot. So it's just one of those things that's kind of sad, man. And I sat here today, lads, like, hey, you know what? I'm going to make a video. And I looked at my team and I looked at my account and I said, like, where did everything go wrong? How do you have a team like this? And after you play your 20 games a weekend league, you don't really want to turn your PlayStation on. That's weird. You have a squad that is just fire and you don't want to play. And I think it's just what it is. There was a massive rise, a massive boom for Ultimate Team, and it was fun. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 stuff started taking a turn for the worse, and I think after the 20s it just got crazy out of hand with party bags and all this crazy SBCs that led us to where we are today. So I would love to get y'all's feedback. Let me know if you guys feel the way I'm feeling, because listen, I might just be old. I might just be old and gaming's not hitting the same for me. But you know, I play Fortnite. I have a lot of fun. I've got on a lot of my old games I used to play growing up, you know what I mean, like from World of Warcraft or like Ultima Online or anything like that, and you know, RuneScape, and I have a blast on those games. They're old games and I'm like, nah, gaming's still hitting. It's just Ultimate Team's not hitting as much. You know, and listen, FIFA's still popping. Don't get it twisted. Pro clubs cooking, career mode cooking. Look around the community. The fun stuff that you're seeing in the community now is like pro clubs and career mode. It ain't Ultimate Team. It's stuff outside of Ultimate Team. And I hope it keeps going in that direction because I love pro clubs and I love career mode. And so I hope it really goes in that direction. I think it'll be good for the audience. I think it'll be good for the viewers, the fan base that plays the game. I think it'll be great. I think career mode should be popping. I think pro clubs should be popping. But Ultimate Team, it's bad. It's really bad. Let me know how you guys feel. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like it, thumbs it up, subscribe it. Appreciate you guys. I will catch you in the next one, man. But that's really how I feel, lads.